cheaper gas coming to a pump near you soon. Last night, about 4 a.m., the U.S. went ahead and performed some strikes in an attack against Venezuela. And they've been very clear of why they did these attacks. But first, let's get into it and let's look at some of the damage of what occurred last night, early this morning.
Oh, yeet. The fart caught fire in this. Oh, man. How crazy. Mom, man, what the is this?
Just goes to show you, too, a lot of folks, they always call mom when they're at that moment, man.
Look, burned.
Imagine being there watching this
Oh, it's a bomb.
and the fear of
Okay.
not knowing if
Yeah.
any of
Get up
these
there.
strikes are going to hit you in your home.
Oh, man. We're doing good, man. We're doing good.
One thing about today is that due to technology and everybody having a screen in their hand or in their home, we get all different types of footage of events like this now. Everyone has a constant rolling camera they're walking around with in their pocket. That's good and it's bad. It's harder for these narratives and psyops that they try to pull nowadays because of reasons like that. But when something large scale like this happens, we get so much footage on it too. You kind of get the real story in these little tiny reels one at a time.
We can hear helicopters. It's 1:58 in the morning. They're attacking Fort Fula. Moment.
You heard the man. They're attacking a military base when previously they nonstop talked us up. The reason they were committing these strikes and stuff was they were taking care of drug dealers and drug smugglers, but they're hitting a military base.
Mom, it's exploding. Man. Oh, man. Phew. Oh, man, the U.S. got in there, Daddy. Those who are 14 years old are bigger than Ken. You're gonna see a fire, man. Hey, something's happening. It caught fire. Another one's coming. Dumbass. Careful. Come on, let's hit it here. Come on.
Dude's got balls of steel driving on the road while these strikes are happening.
Oh, man, there must be. Bombs flying. Planes flew by. Yeah, I heard it. Oh, Mom, look at another one. Oh, Mom. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights.
Oh shit, Mom. Oh shit, Mom.
Hey, turn it off. Mom, tremendous explosion. Yeah, Mom. Over there, my friend. No, be careful with the phone. Be careful with the phone. I don't know what it's doing. It's making you nervous. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dumb Mom. That's crazy. Fly over there. Fly over there. Look at that. They blew up all that over there. You're not exploding. Woo, the fart. And this started. Oh, man. What a mess. Oh, we got home on time. Look at that.
What's really wild about this is basically Venezuela stood down as all this was going on. And just think about the logistics here for a second. We, the US, went into a foreign nation, did airstrikes and some type of ground operations as well, because they ended up basically kidnapping the leader of a foreign country. Despite where you line up on things, and if you buy the narrative, the main narrative that Venezuela is this huge drug smuggling country, we still went into a foreign country, did military actions, fired off missiles, things that you do in war. And if they were so concerned about stopping drug smuggling, why are we not doing the same in Mexico? Mexico is by far the largest exporter and maker of drugs. But we're going to Venezuela, supposedly, to stop drug smuggling. Makes zero sense. Pay very close attention to what Trump says here.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do.
We just did a massive coup, and we need to make sure that whoever gets in there next goes along with our plan for things, holds the same views as we do, and will be a yes man.
Do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. And it has to be judicious because that's what we're all about. We want peace, liberty, and justice for the great people of Venezuela, and that includes many from.
They absolutely do not care about that, or they would not have done the military action that they did, putting all those civilians at risk. Like I said, the good thing about this is most likely prices at the gas pump are going to go down. What we're doing here is just what we've always done everywhere else: resource gathering, going into smaller nations that can't put up a fight against us and that will just roll over when we go in and take the things we want to take. It's never about exporting freedom all over the world. That's the guys they put out there. It's really about resources. And they, in a second, you're going to hear them, like, they just completely admit to that.
From Venezuela that are now living in the United States and want to go back to their country. It's their homeland. We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind. We've had decades of that. We're not going to let that happen. We're there now, and what people don't understand, but they understand as I say this, we're there now, but we're going to stay until such time as the proper transition can take place. So we're going to stay until such time as we're going to run it essentially until such time as a proper transition can take place.
Now, Trump says we're going to stay there. We're going to run Venezuela until a proper transition can take place. The question is, will it be like Afghanistan, where 20 years later, we're still waiting for that proper transition, and then we end up bailing with the city and the country falling into shambles? What will it look like in Venezuela? So, Pete Hegseth made some very forward comments on the matters, and he didn't hide it at all what he said. He was very clear about it. So, following these military strikes, his comments were, "This is America first. This is peace through strength, and the United States War Department is proud to help deliver it. Welcome to 2026." He emphasized that the operation would unlock vast resources for American benefit. That's truly what it's about right there. Resources and benefits. Trump announced that the U.S. would temporarily run Venezuela. We know what that usually turns out to be. And take control of its oil production, which holds the world's largest proven reserves. Hegseth echoed this, asserting that American oil companies would move in with military backing to repair infrastructure and begin extracting wealth from the ground. Trump claimed the seized oil assets would generate revenue for both the Venezuelan people and the United States, framing it as a reimbursement for damages caused by drug trafficking into the U.S. Hegseth used the phrase "effed around and found out" to describe Maduro's fate, reinforcing the administration's message of strength and deterrence. In years past, these folks would BS about the reasons why they do things. Nowadays, they just come out and tell you because they know either people are too stupid or nobody's going to hold them accountable for the things that they're doing. No matter how you feel about the situation, all we do is we create enemies when we go into countries and we do these coups and these government takeovers and stuff. It's just perpetual war, perpetual spending done to it. We stick our nose in everybody else's business, and that's one of the reasons why we're so hated across the world, is because we can't just stay at our home and mind our damn business. We have to go stick our finger in everyone else's nose. Trump made some comments previously about the vice president going along with just about anything that he says. Well, that was very untrue. This is her take on it.
Moving moment by moment out of Venezuela, the de facto leader there has now for the first time appeared on camera, demanding the immediate release of Nicolas Maduro and his wife, calling their capture a kidnapping. Right now, meantime, Maduro, in that image you see him, it was posted by President Trump. He is on his way to the United States to face drug trafficking charges in the Southern District of New York. Meanwhile, the vice president of Venezuela, Maduro's vice president, her name is Delcy Rodriguez.
Get a good look at that picture. Doesn't he look like he's on a ride to Guantanamo Bay?
She just spoke. We've got the audio in now. I want to play for you what she just said to Trump.
We demand the immediate release of President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, the only president of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Coming out against Trump. And that is extremely significant, not just because she saw what happened hours ago to the guy on top of her, but also because President Trump, about 2 hours before that video came out, said that Delcy Rodriguez was on board with the U.S. plan. He said that she was willing to do whatever is necessary to, in his words, make Venezuela great again, and that she was doing what he wanted. Here he is.
Who's going to take over? I mean, there is nobody to take over. You have a vice president who's been appointed by Maduro, and right now she's the vice president, and she's, I guess, the president. She was sworn in as president just a little while ago. She had a long conversation with Marco, and she said, we'll do whatever you need. I think she was quite gracious, but she really doesn't have a choice.
Okay, we'll do.
What he says totally contradicts what she herself is saying. But the she doesn't really have a choice thing is very real. You know, what he's probably doing is considering another strike if she doesn't fall into place. Now, when I watched these videos of Venezuela being attacked, it blew my mind that there was absolutely no fight back from them. And I think that's because they realize, like these smaller nations, that sometimes you just got to get screwed and allow people to murder your population so that way you don't get into a bigger altercation. So we as the US, we know this. You know, we go pick on these little countries that can't put up a good fight against us. Well, we've been to the point where we've picked on enough of these little countries that they're starting to band together now, and little countries are becoming united big countries, and we're only making ourselves more exposed and the chance of danger more because of that.